Hey guys, we are live. This is the Virtually Rek't podcast. I am Mac in VR. We have Surjical from SurjicalGaming. Say hello, Surjical.
Hello, Surjical.
And we have a very, very special guest today, and it is VR Realm. So say hello, VR Realm. And he is wearing his beautiful avatar, which he always wears. It's got full face tracking. It's got full ear tracking. It's amazing. How you doing, Paul?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, right. So everybody knows who I am. Everybody knows who Surjical is. So can you tell me about your channel and basically what you are about?
I basically just cover VR. I normally do more reviews and more like hands-on type videos of games. First impressions. Every now and then I do drop just opening gameplay footage of things, but just VR became my passion when the PlayStation VR came out. So since then it's just been get on there, release videos on VR, and then obviously I transformed, whichever one it is. Transformed.
He hasn't even had a drink. He hasn't even had a drink yet.
I did used to, like yourselves, just put myself in front of a camera, but it basically escalated up to once I got into the things, these top site programs like use an avatar. I basically become this over the years, over about a year. It's always developed further and further.
Yeah, it's good. So, right. So we always ask at the beginning of the podcast, first of all, what are you drinking? And I am drinking today. I'm drinking a Pinot Grigio. So, Surjical, what are you drinking? Fucking water again. It's vodka. And Paul, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking watermelon iced tea.
Right, so what's going to happen is I'm presenting this program, and then these two are going to be more sensible as I get more drunk. So one of the other questions we always ask is, what have you been playing this week? So, VR Realm, what have you been playing this week?
This week, Neos. That's all I've been in this week.
Yeah, okay. Wait, now,
for a change.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Neos quite a lot during the podcast, so we'll just skip to what Surgical's been playing. I think I know what he's been playing.
Yeah, I did a bit of Pop 1 earlier, but really I've been playing Sail.
Yeah.
New VR game, like Pirates. It's I don't know, it's like Sea of Thieves kind of in VR.
Yeah.
Early access.
Been watching the streams. It's been really good, but you've got a problem though, haven't you?
Yeah. The dev needs to. He's gonna get on it. It's the bindings with the index.
Index.
Yeah. So but the first stream was all right. Just had to.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Really hard.
Yeah.
And then the second one, randomly, it would just pause, and then I couldn't unpause it.
Yeah.
So he's just going to bind that. Apart from that, it's really, really fun game.
It
fun.
It looked really good fun. I mean, I definitely got a Sea of Thieves vibe from it. So it's pretty good. This week I've been playing Red Matter 2.
Oh.
I've been getting creator access to it, so I'm under embargo, so I can't talk about it too much. Though obviously there's been a lot of talk about the graphics running on Quest 2. I think if the devs who had done Red Matter 2 turned their eye to Half-Life Alyx, they could do it on the Quest. It's that good. The physics, the light, everything is really good. It's really good. So, Paul, have you played Half-Life Alyx?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Yeah. So you remember that bit where you basically sweep things from the shelf to reach forward to grab something that you need? Yeah. There's a point in Red Matter 2 where you do that, and I was like, Half-Life Alyx could work on the Quest 2 if these devs were allowed to sort of just be free and just do it. So, how hyped would you be if Half-Life Alyx 2 could come to the Quest?
I'd be excited, but I think one of the pulls of Half-Life Alyx is how good it actually looks as well.
Yeah.
It adds a lot to the experience, I think. I think it'd be good for Valve. Valve, like Gabe, loves a bit of money in his pocket, so it'd make a good chunk of money on there.
Surge, come on, remember Mindex guy.
Mindex guy.
Half-Life Alyx on Quest 2. Come on.
No, don't do
Come
it.
on.
Don't do it. Don't sell your soul, Steam. Keep it for the Mindex.
Right. So the thing. Right. So I can't elaborate too much, but there's a part in the game where you know, like that bottle, you know, the bottle in Half-Life Alyx where you have the bottle and you turn it and it has like full sort of liquid physics. There's a part in Red Matter 2 where you can actually do that, and you can actually balance the bottle on something you're holding, and you can sort of move your hand and the bottle moves, and the physics of the liquid moves inside. And I was just like, actually Half-Life Alyx could work on a Quest 2. It could really. Actually, Red Matter 2 physics are as good as Half-Life Alyx physics. So I don't know, Paul, are you more of a sort of PC VR guy? I know Sergi's more of a Mindex guy.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I mainly play PC VR.
Do you have a Quest 2 or not?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Do you use it with virtual desktop?
No. I bought I think it was on the day when the Quest 2s came out. For some reason, Argos had listed the official link cables at like 40 quid, so I was like, I'm getting one while the error's there on the system.
They made a fuck up in, basically.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. So how do you do full body tracking in Neos?
I do, yeah.
Okay, so how do you do that?
I mainly do it with, until recently I've used Vive trackers.
Yeah, okay, but we're going to talk about walkover later on, so
yeah.
Okay, right. So we need to move on to our first topic, which is sale. I do believe, Mr. SurjicalGaming. Let's.
What would you like to know?
I would like. You're the indie developer guy.
Indian. I'm the Indian. Yes, I'm the Indian.
Punjabi Sikh. Here we go. Right. So you are the indie game developer guy. How did you get involved with sale, and what? Basically, tell us about it.
Well, I saw it on Steam. There's a demo. You can buy it on App Lab. There is a demo in App Lab as well. Because I don't have the Quest 2. I waited for the actual early access release. And it's very much like Sea of Thieves. You get a ship and you can upgrade your ship. You've got like cannons and stuff. You've got treasure hunting. You got like a metal detecting kind of device where you got to find treasure. And then when you do find it, you got to get back and kind of pawn it all in, get your reward. But then you've got to make it back to your base to save where you've got all the money. And then there's like loads of pirates just waiting for you.
And that was your problem, wasn't it? With the index kept pausing for some reason.
Yeah. So I tried it. It's really fun. I don't know why the second stream it just happened. There's going to be multiplayer, but I think they need to shift about 5,000 copies.
Yeah, you were saying that. Yeah.
And then it'll be multiplayer. I mean, that game in multiplayer would be so much fun. Like just getting a server with your friends and having like battles, boarding other people's ships and firing cannons at each other and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, man, it looks great as well. It's a very Sea of Thieves art style.
Yeah, it's really nice. What I was saying to you was it would be great if like you could be sailing and I could be on the cannon and you could be taking out of the ships. Yeah, it looked really good. And then obviously when you get off and then you sort of you dug the treasure up. As soon as you dug the treasure up, you got sort of swamped by other pirates. So yeah, have like your friend watching your back with a musket.
Yeah, you could. There's like you can go in the crow's nest as well, and you've got the musket. You've got a sword. You've got a pistol. You've got bombs. You've got a sniper rifle as well. And so far, I've unlocked 2 ships, I think. And there's pearls you got to find hidden around the world, and they're worth a lot of money. And there's loads of random treasure as well. And you get riddles and to try and figure out where the treasure actually is. It's really good fun, actually. And with two or more people, it'll be I think it'll be you could make some really good content with sale. It's around £10, like $15. So it's not even yeah. And the first thing everyone goes is a multiplayer. Then it's like not at the moment, but obviously he's got to shift enough units to be able to work on it.
Resol VR in the chat has just said that Power Run looks a bit different today.
He's a furry.
He's a furry.
But yeah, man. I was just going to say the game's like really popular. Like,
yeah, I mean, your stream was really popular, wasn't it? The first one, the second one was a bit dodgy because of the grip problem, but yeah, the first stream went really well, didn't it?
Yeah. I mean, people stuck around, so I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Man,
then you played Pop One today, and how did that go?
Yeah, it was all right. We had a few
3 wins, I think. 3 wins.
Something, yeah, 3 wins. It's not like the old days where guaranteed 1,000 damage every match and like 7 kills. And do you remember like what the Metropolis, like how many kills and how much damage I was getting?
Yeah.
And then after the updates, after that, it was just
rubbish.
Hits up, man.
Yeah.
So it's still fun. Yeah.
So basically, VR around what's happened is that oh shit! I've just realised I've actually obscured your banner. I do apologise. Just give me a second. Oh my god! Right. So VR Realm, what have you been playing apart from Neos? While I try and sort this mess out.
Last thing I played before Neos was actually the Labyrinth course on Wogwalk Mini Golf, and I played it like 3 nights in a row.
Oh right, okay, yeah, that sounds really cool.
How come you haven't seen that, Mac? I thought you'd be all over that, man.
I know. Sorry, I know.
It's 8-player now as well, isn't it? So
8-player, really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's amazing. Right, so VR Realm, your banner is now in the podcast properly. Power on and managed to sneak in there just for like 5 seconds. Sorry, mate. Okay, so we need to talk about other stuff. So, Red Matter 2. Who knows about Red Matter 2? What would you like to say about it?
I played the first one. Well, I think I'm about 3/4 of the way through the first one.
Yeah.
Then other stuff come up, so I just sort of got distracted from it. It was one actually. I think I got it when it was in Humble Bundle, and I was like, I might as well try it now. I've got it in there.
Okay. Was that on Steam then?
Yeah, it was on Steam. Yeah, I really enjoyed it though. What I was playing, I really enjoyed it, but then it came out when that Humble Bundle came out. It came out. Point there was a lot of stuff I need to cover, so I was like, I'll get through as far as I can before all this needs to start.
I have to put my hands up here and say I've never played the first one. But I've been playing it on the Quest. Oh, Doomsly. Doomsly, what's that? What's that?
DKK. What's DKK?
I don't know.
Donkey Kong Country?
Donkey Kong Country. Anyway, VR Realm, Doomsly just contributed 50 DKKs. We have no idea what the value of that is.
Oh, it's Danish krone.
Oh, is it Danish krone? Okay. Oh, does that mean we get to buy some drugs and stuff? We can just trade it straight in for drugs. I hope so. Thanks, mate. Thanks, Doomsly. Doomsly's one of my patrons. So I've never played. I didn't play the first Red Matter. I don't think it matters that you've played the first one because you can kind of pick the story up as you're going through.
It was funny you were saying it was you were saying how nice it looks on the Quest 2, because I can remember when the first one came out on the Quest, everyone was like, the graphics on the Quest 1 version was absolutely fantastic of the first one. I remember that was like the big talking point, how nice it made it look.
Yeah. It's I'm under embargo, so I could probably get fucking sued or whatever it is on the NDA.
Yeah.
It is stunning on Quest 2. It's stunning. And there's no other word I can use to describe it. It's like, I don't understand how they've done it. I'm recording as well as playing, and not a stutter, not a single frame drop, and the game looks incredible. And I'm absolutely blown away by how good this game runs. They must be using asynchronous space warp. They must be.
How does it compare to your other favorite space game, Red Matter? Not Red Matter. Lone Echo 1 and 2.
No, that's a different game because that's on PC VR. But
Yeah. Oh, I guess You're
but
on Quest,
yeah. But when I say, like, the thing that I took away from it when I was playing was there are points in the game where I can see that Half-Life Alyx 2 could run on that engine on Quest really well. And that is astounding, because my PC's a 2080 Ti with a i9 32 gig of RAM, and I think Red Matter 2 engine could run Half-Life Alyx on Quest 2. It's that good. Paul's ears just was like, no, yes, no. All right, so
it's going to take off in a minute.
Yes. So if how much of a system seller would Half-Life Alyx be on Quest 2?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look how many people bought PC VR for Half-Life Alyx in the first place. So
yeah. So you still haven't finished it, Surjical, even though we've been going
Alyx,
over.
Yeah.
You haven't finished
I've
it?
done Alyx.
Oh, have you? I thought you hadn't finished it.
No, I've done Alyx. I've done Red Matter 1 as well.
Okay,
Alyx is... I just haven't done any mods. I did one mod that was like 007. That was it.
Yeah. So VR Realm, have you played Half-Life Alyx?
Yeah, I played it through. I did get the mic taken out of me because everyone I knew at the time, like, just played it till they finished it on there. And like, I was about 3 weeks down the line. I was like, I've only done a couple of hours. Let me catch up before you start talking about it. So I dedicated a weekend to getting out of the way.
Yeah, get out of the way. So the thing, like, a lot of the things I'm thinking about in my review, which I'm not allowed to talk about because I'm under embargo, is if Red Matter 2 is so good and it can replicate Half-Life Alyx, and you could do Half-Life Alyx on Quest 2, then could you do the mods? Could you do the gunman contracts on Quest? Sorry, I know this is pissing Surjical off because he's a Murmur-Mindex guy.
No, I just saw someone speaking Punjabi to me in the chat. I don't know who it is.
Oh, call the Count Tangent. All right.
I've never seen you before. How you doing, man?
You got to remember that Surjical is a Punjabi Sikh, so... Oh, it's all gone quiet.
Let's talk about religion, shall we, Mac?
No, let's stop. The only reason I know that Surge is a Punjabi Sikh is because when I was in the army, my commanding officer was a Punjabi Sikh as well, and he was named Major Mawahar, and he was a fantastic man. And we've talked about this before, haven't we? So that's, yeah. That's right. So we should move on to a different subject. Surjical or Paul, what would you like to talk about?
I mean, let Surjical.
Do you not have a list? We have a. You have to have a list, Paul. You have to have a list.
I don't even have a list when I do my own.
He doesn't. He's a tosher, mate. He just I went on his podcast and he was like,
he just wings it.
Yeah.
And then he gets to the point where he goes, "Right, I had enough of this guy." Oh yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
Right, Surge. Then let's. Since VR Realm does not have a list, what's on your list?
I mean, it's mostly games. Like we've done Sail, we've done Red Matter, Warp Lab. I don't know if you guys have heard of Warp Lab.
No, I haven't heard about this. No, I'm interested. Let's go.
So I've seen it. It's like Portal. So the trailer.
Oh
is
yeah.
like a guy. Yeah. So a guy shooting a wall and then going through and shooting people and then like making a portal on the floor. Then the enemy falls into it and then it looks pretty cool. I've been speaking to the dev. He said he might have to push it back a couple of weeks maybe. And I just said, look, man, so many games come out and they're just not good. So like in a good state. So it's better just to wait. But he's gonna sort us out so we can check the game out as well, man. Looks really cool.
I'm gonna try and get the trailer up on try and get the trailer up while we're here.
So that looks quite promising. That looks like a good game, man. I like. Obviously, I stream a lot of like indie games. Most of the time, I mean, I did top one, but games like Sail and Warp Lab, things like that, I enjoy because a lot of the time it's just like one developer.
Yeah, I'm going to just quickly put the. Just going to quickly put it up on the screen. Who have we got?
Dan Kitty.
Going to quickly put it up on the screen. No, we can't see that. What we're going to see. Can we put it up on the screen? I don't think we can right now. Okay, just keep talking. Just keep talking.
Okay. So yeah, that looks decent, and there's a few other games coming out as well, which we'll talk about after the trailer. And I want to talk about there's another headset coming out as well. That's maybe a Quest 2 kind of clone.
Yeah,
it's been unveiled.
Yeah.
So does it look like this Warp Lab? Is it just like got a Portal type gun, or is it puzzles like Portal? I've never even heard of it, to be fair.
So from the trailer, it's mostly portaling through stuff and killing enemies, but I don't know. I don't know. We'd have to see some more gameplay or actually.
I've actually got the trailer up here, but unfortunately my ability to show the trailer has gone away. So yeah, basically look for it on I know, fuck's sake, we're supposed to be professionals. Look for it on Google, type in Warp Lab, go to YouTube, there's a Warp Lab trailer. It basically, it looks like a combination of Portal and kind of, it just looks amazing. It looks amazing. If they can get it to work, it'll be, because the problem with Portal and VR is like you can kind of like put a portal here and a portal here, and you kind of come out of the portal the wrong way around. So I don't know how they're going to deal with motion sickness as far as it goes. But that was on my list. I actually missed that one.
Yeah, and I mean, check out the trailer for Sail as well. That's only
of course.
It's worth getting. Support the devs, and hopefully we'll see multiplayer at some point soon, because I would love to multiplayer that game up.
Oh, sorry. Simon V's just said, he's just looked it up and it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
For some reason, my fucking ring light just decided to. It's just decided to go. Fuck. Right. Okay. So VR stream, VR Realm, is there any games you would like to particularly talk about?
I And that honestly, it's hard for me to say because I have to spend so much time
In Neos.
in Neos.
All he does.
Yeah.
Every day, all
Okay,
day.
I'll tell you what we'll do then. We'll talk about them. If anybody doesn't know, Thrillseeker, who's probably one of the biggest VR sort of content creators, made a video about Neos today or yesterday. Have you watched it, and what do you think about it?
So yeah, I watched it when it released because I'm always interested to see
Yeah.
what people say about Neos, and especially when it's people of that size with that much following in the community, because they could change people's minds. It can, and it was very informative about what's currently going on in Neos. But I think he focused a lot on the crypto side, and obviously he explained that it was one of the part owners that wanted crypto in it and one didn't, and that's the current big issue, and what they're trying to sort out. But I think he focused more on the crypto side because that is where the pain is in the community. Like people like myself who just play it for what it is, and I've got some of the cryptocurrency because you get it for being a patron, so I've got some, but I've never looked at or bothered with what it's worth. It's just like I come in to play the app, and I'm just worried that the focus on the crypto side is gonna deter people from coming in. And I mean, the people who've been in the community for a while have always had that feeling that it's gonna divide people's opinions. Okay. I just think.
Can I jump in here? It's so it's not NFTs. It was a crypto pump and dump that caused the problem. Like, so I'm massively into crypto. I've got huge amounts of money invested in Bitcoin and stuff like that. So I kind of understand where people are coming from. I know what a crypto pump and dump is. This is not an NFT. It's not like it wasn't the guy who created Neos that did it. It was So can you explain that to us?
So the guy who actually does all the work, like built the engine and built everything you can do in Neos, all the possibilities in Neos. Fructious, there was two people that met in college that got together, started this project. One knows coding and one knows marketing, and that's in the business side of it. Yeah. So where Fructious was working away on the engine, he was working away on the crypto. But Fructious has always been against crypto coming into it. He's the original idea of it was just going to be a in-game currency where just say I ask someone to come in and help me do something on my avatar. They could just give me the in-game currency, which I can then buy extra storage space and stuff with in the game. But then obviously went as its own token and open to the crypto market. And as soon as Zuckerberg mentioned the meta word, it seemed like all the big crypto people got onto it because it was like labeled a metaverse and had a cryptocurrency, so they jumped in, and then obviously all the pump and dump happened, and
so
now it's
was he being
divided.
naive? Was he being naive?
I think he was.
Yeah.
I think a lot of companies probably got excited by the idea of blockchain and crypto and stuff when Bitcoin took off like it did, and unfortunately, this one that's fell on the side of one that's got a bad name due to a pump and dump. Yeah.
It is quite unfortunate. We, Serge, me and you ran into a guy in Neos, and he was talking about that. He was like saying that there was like a massive division in the people who were making Neos, and he said he didn't know where it was going to go. Do you remember the guy we were talking to?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what are your feelings on that?
So that's the general feeling around the community is obviously they're going through stuff in the background now. So originally, quite embarrassing when they put it all public on Twitter and were arguing on Twitter. Like, no one should ever do that. And I think that I think that also sort of like affected the brand a little because people who were using VR chat, chill out VR and stuff could see this community sort of divided. Like the owners were arguing, and then obviously people were taking sides and putting their opinions on it. And I think it just caused, again, like I said, just some bad publication, isn't it, for the game? And then
the best thing that ever happened to Neos was easy anti-cheat on VR chat then.
Definitely. I found since Easy Anti-Cheat come in, it's one reason I spend a lot of time. And what you'll find is the community members that have been around a while is you come in as a new player and they're going to help you. It's a really nice community.
Yeah. I'd like to interject here. Me and Surge we were in that room we were in, like the Half-Life.
The train or the
the train. Yeah, just before the train. Right. So this is honestly what happened to us. We were in the train and I was trying to change my avatar, and we had no idea what was going on. So I basically had loads of avatars stacked. And this guy just appeared and he went, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm trying to put my avatar in." He went, "All right, do this, do this, do this." And we were like, "Oh, cheers, mate." And he was like, "Oh, no problems." And we got talking to him and he took us on a bit of a tour of his own worlds. And I always remember thinking, like, because my experience in Neos at that point was just going into Surjical's studio and everything that entails. But that guy was lovely, wasn't he? He was just like, "Hi, how you doing? Oh, you new? Right, do this, do this, do this." And that is my experience in Neos so far, is like what you've said, VR Realm, is that you just get noobs and you get people who know what they're doing, and people who know what they're doing just drop in and say, "Can I help you?" And to me that was magical. It was a magical experience. So
yeah. I was just going to say I did a podcast in VR chat last week, so I had to go into VR chat to find an avatar to put on, and then I went to the I was in this place where there's loads of avatars lined up, and you pick one, and someone just followed me the whole time going, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you." I was like, Jesus Christ. And he had some other kid. It's just like, oh man, I can't handle it. I like Neos because it's a lot more. It's all grown ups. I've only ever seen grown ups in Neos, and it's just random. You meet random people, and everyone's so cool, and they just take you places. And it's Neos is amazing, and I'm still going to use it for my podcast. You know, none of this really for me. I'm still going to use it because Neos is awesome. You can show us your studio, Paul. Do you do that thing again where you zoom out? Can you do that?
Yeah, go on. Yeah, and bring the bubbles. Bring the bubbles.
Check that out.
Right, so anybody who doesn't understand what's going on here, VR Realm is actually in Neos right now, but he's in the podcast in his avatar and he has bubbles. What more do you want in your life? Do you want to look at a bald fella with glasses and a big Punjabi Indian, or would you rather look at Paul and his wonderful avatar
blowing bubbles out of his furry bum?
Oh my god, that's so good.
Yeah, but I mean, Paul is literally every day. Steam pops up. He's always in Neos. Like, I've never seen anything like it. But I get it, mate, because it's like once you start, because I've always said I need to do more with my studio. But once you start in your head, you've got an idea. It just kind of, you start building something, and then it just goes into something else, and it just keeps building up, doesn't it?
Yeah. So what you'll find, one thing that I know Thrill talks about in his video as well, is you do everything inside of Neos. So, like, I bought this blank model in. I added the hair in Neos. I added the little augment on the eye. I added the coat, the outfit. Everything was just added in Neos. I built my whole studio in Neos. I didn't need to understand Unity to do it. It's just I learned the Neos engine, which is very similar to Unity apparently, but I just learned it all from inside Neos.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's one of the things that Thrill said in his video. It said that Neos is Unity, Neos is all of these things. It's not quite perfect, but it has all of these things. So you have the ability to basically do anything, which VR chat, you can't do basically anything, but Neos has that amazing ability to just do whatever your imagination can think. If you're good enough to program it, obviously like you are, Paul. I mean, I'm not that good, but You know, you've said you've done your ears, you've done your eyes, you've done your whiskers, you've done your like avatar. That it just look and it looks
That means,
incredible.
like, everything's touchable,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, it is, and it looks incredible.
Yeah, and you got like the eye tracking, face tracking, stick his
Yeah.
tongue out, and it's awesome, man. Like, yes.
Look, I can do the same.
Yeah, I mean, Neos is just next level, man. Like the stuff you can do and where you can go, and it's,
Well, my
magic.
wife said to me that the funniest thing she's ever seen was me and Fitz chasing Surjical around. You were a big bear, Fitz was a candy cane, and I was a tube of toothpaste.
Skillex.
Skillex, that's right, it wasn't Fitz, it was Skillex. Yeah, and we were just chasing you around in Neos, and my wife actually was pissing herself laughing watching that. She's like, you should do that as a program. You should just do that. Like, she thought it was brilliant, and she doesn't know anything about VR.
Yeah, I mean, you just need to get some people together and like got to have a script as well, kind of thing. I think
Yeah.
you could do some funny. I know some people that do stuff in videos and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
the thing is, you could do anything. If you can think it, you can do it in Neos.
Yeah.
Like it's mental.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So, Paul, what do you see? What do you see next for your channel and what you're doing in Neos?
I'll continue doing my show. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the bad weather. Well, I say the bad weather. The good weather's gone now. It's bad because it's too hot to VR, but good because it's nice weather. But
Yeah.
I do want to maybe start bringing some sort of just quick tutorials on stuff like adding the bones into your like water in my ears and my whiskers to make them move and things. Because it's like it's a 2-minute job. It's crazy how like, I mean, if you want to mess with settings more, like originally the hair moved like way too, like, I mean, it moves a bit now, but it moved way too much. So I've had to mess with some of the sliders to get it how I like it.
Okay.
But just bring some tutorials.
Yeah, that'd be good, man.
Yeah.
I've seen tutorials and they're like fucking 40 minutes long just to do one thing. So if you do, I think that'd be good to do a tutorial series like on just the basics and then
Probably
evolve.
videos on the best worlds to visit because I've been to many now.
So how big is your channel, and where do you think you're going to go from here?
I don't know. I mean, at the moment, I think it's just over 2,200 on subscribers. But I like to. I'm not like a someone who posts daily. Sometimes I'll go like 2 weeks without posting. If I've got nothing I want to say or do, I'm just like, it's all right. You can just.
You're not running the treadmill.
He's not on the YouTube treadmill.
No,
Banish him!
no.
Banish him now!
I used to be when I used to do more live streaming.
Yeah.
But it's like when it comes, I've always been into editing videos. Like I did media studies and things like this, and then I just like I feel like sometimes I record something, I'm like, it's not good enough. They'll have to chop and board bin this thing.
So, do you have another job other than YouTube? I'm assuming you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, not like me, just retired. You know, can just do what I want. Not like Surjical, who's just, he's just taking the piss. I think.
All day,
Just hanging, being the dude. I reckon Surjical's a millionaire who's just fucking taking the piss, mind.
But yeah, like I was saying, with Neos, if you come in new, I've always like, if I'm in, I normally jump in with new people. Like the VR chat anti-cheat thing.
Yeah.
Like that week, I've never been so busy. I was jumping on when I like 3 o'clock after I finish work and turn it off like 11 o'clock on the night because I've just been in helping people.
Yeah.
You'll find as long as you're in one of the beginner rooms, as well. If you're in the either the one that you get put in when you do the tutorial,
Yeah.
or in the avatar room where they give you the basic avatar, if you're in there, you'll normally be joined very quickly by someone who's got some knowledge to see if you need any help setting anything up.
Yeah, that's the one thing we found. Like like I said, it was I can't remember the name of the guy. Fucking hell, dementia. But he basically dropped in. We were like, "How do we do this?" He was like, "Yeah, do this, do that, do that, do that." We're like, "Oh, thank you, mate." He's like, "Oh, where are you going?" "Are we going over here?" "Right, I'll follow you." And he was just like talking to us all the time. Remember, Surge? And he really helped us out. And he had the full body tracking, the full face tracking on his avatar, and it was amazing. It was amazing because he was like so like, as far as our levels were, he was like hundreds of levels above us, but he was just like, "Yeah, I'll help you out." That's what I liked about Neos. That's what I really liked about Neos. Obviously, you did the same, Paul. So, yeah.
The only reason I got into Neos was because it was the only thing that supported the facial tracker, and I was like, I ordered one for like pre-ordered one, and then when it came, I was like, "What's going to support it?" And I looked, it was like Neos. It's like, oh, so I didn't even know what it was. Downloaded it.
Yeah.
Jumped in, bumped into Nafi and Mike from VR Oasis, bumped into them inside the facial tracking world because they'd obviously got theirs, and which obviously only Neos supported it. So there was us three in the facial tracking world just messing about, checking the facial tracking out.
Picking sofas.
Yeah, Nafi decided. He just said a line which always stuck with me. He was like, "I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to lick a sofa in VR," and then started licking one of the sofas in the room. I was just like, "All right."
Who'd have thought that Nathy, a Dutch guy, would be a pervert? Now, I've actually met Mike in real life 2 weeks ago at a game event I was at. He would never lick a sofa.
No,
he's not that kind of guy.
Yeah. If anyone out of their group of friends I thought would be the one licking sofas, it would have been Zimtalk. It would have been.
Shout out to Zimtalk! You've been called. You've been called.
I've met Zimtalk and Mike in real life at EGX Res, like the indie one. Windlands 2 was there before that come out, so we'd all gone down there. I bumped into them there. I'd gone down there to meet Gamertag, and then like it just seemed like quite a few people just obviously turned up, and because Windlands was like one of two VR things, and the other one was like a mobile VR. And all of them seemed to hang around that.
So this is it. So I'm sorry to exclude you, Surjical. When you went to this do and you were with these big like YouTubers, did you feel like I shouldn't be here? Because that's what happened to me when I was down at Soul Assembly last week. Because I met Nazy, I met Mike from VRO, I met Cass and Cherry, and I was like, "What the fuck am I doing here at this event?" Because Nazy's there, Mike's there, Cass and Cherry's there, and me.
Yeah, and we got to a point where we sort of. It was weird when they were asking for group photos and you to get in it. I was like, "What? You want me in it? Why do you want me in it?"
I've got to give a shout out to Dr. Oculus and Daysnetic and Eyes on VR because I kind of turned up and I was like, "Fuck, what the hell is going on here?" And they were looking at me going, "Oh, it's Mac in VR." And I was like, "No, it's not Mac in VR. It's fucking Mike from VRO, and it's fucking Nazy, and it's Cass and Cherry." So give a big shout out to them for like being enamored that I was there, but I was like, "Oh." But one of the things I like to say is like Mike is the guy who inspired me to go full time on YouTube. And when you meet him, he's the genuine article. He's such a nice fella. He's just such a nice fella. He really
it's like
is.
what you with him, you get what he portrays on his channel. That is him.
Yeah,
it's not just and ask for his channel, it's like
no,
that's him.
it isn't. They always say you should never meet your heroes. I mean, I haven't met Surjical in person yet. But yeah, when I met Mike, well, I met Power On, and he's one of my heroes. So, yeah, you should never meet your heroes in real life. But Mike was like genuinely a lovely person. And yeah, it's just right. So I'm going to ask you this question, VR Realm. Do you get the imposter syndrome when you're at one of those meetings?
Yeah, you do sort of feel like, should I be here or should I be off walking off somewhere else? Let these people talk while I go somewhere else.
Yeah. Do you know what the really weird thing is, right? The biggest YouTuber in that group wasn't Nazy, it wasn't Mike, it wasn't Casanchari. It was a guy called Carlos from Ugon Virtual, who's like a Spanish language sort of virtual reality thing, and he's like way bigger than everybody else, but I didn't know who he was. So I was like chatting away to him and his wife, and I was like, all right, well, do you have a YouTube channel? He's like, yeah, it's called Ugon Virtual. I was like, all right, I'll look it up. Fuck. This guy's like bigger. This guy, honestly, he's bigger than Thrill Seeker, right? But he's Spanish language. So obviously he won't come up on your or my sort of lists. But what a nice fella. What a nice guy. The night after the sort of thing that we did, I went out for a smoke in the morning, had my little cigar, had my cup of coffee, and he just came and sat next to me. And you know what? All of the big YouTubers have exactly the same problem that all of the involved in YouTube have, and it's views, and it's the treadmill, and it's like the analytics. And he just like spoke openly about it, and I was like, actually, everybody has the same problems that like you do in the VR realm, and Surjical does, and Power On does, and Daysnetic does. It's like you're kind of, you want to be successful, but it's like the algorithm is fighting against you, and you're, sometimes your days are up and sometimes your days are down. But even like, so Nazy, who's probably one of the biggest YouTubers that does Beat Saber, she doesn't make a lot of money out of Beat Saber because she gets copyright strikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she said to me, I don't make a lot of money out of YouTube because of copyright strikes. So she's trying to transition away from Beat Saber, but she's known as the Beat Saber girl.
Yeah.
So that to me was like Nazy, fucking Nazy, huge YouTuber, doesn't make much money out of her channel. Wow.
So I don't do much of those type of games on my channel because I'm like, I don't make much money anyway, but it's just gonna get claimed. I've even stopped trying to use it in like clips of when I'm talking about VR, because I'm like, you suddenly just get a strike for this 30-second clip of Beat Saber being in your video for the whole video.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it's like,
absolutely, yeah.
I'm not worth covering it.
So obviously with you being like doing like live and avatars and all that sort of stuff, I mean like Beat Saber and sort of Against and those sort of rhythm action games would be perfect for you because you could do the avatar thing, but it doesn't make you any money. So that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the main use I get out of live now is using the second camera option and giving it a transparent background just to put my avatar in the bottom corner rather than a person in the bottom corner, and it obviously tracks all your movements.
Yeah. So Surjical, where we're talking about like how to grow your channel. So you decided recently to change the direction your channel's going. So how's that going? How's that working for you?
I mean, I'm I'm doing more streaming. I've still got my podcast and that, but I don't know, man. Like looking at more into indie games, because like everyone covers everything else. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? There's a lot of competition out there, so games like RFVR and Sale and things like that, and I think I'm gonna do more kind of indie game stuff.
But
Then
Sale was really good. Like your first
yeah,
first podcast you did, you got a load of views, didn't you?
the first stream.
Yeah, not the second stream, which was a bit shit, but like the first one.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people really like that game, so there's loads of people in chat and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna continue streaming like hidden gems and stuff. So I just read that off Simon V's comment, and yeah, I'm talking to some devs and stuff, upcoming games, and helping them promote, and like I wouldn't mind doing some more trailers for other games as well, like indie
Yeah.
games. Knock out some trailers. But first I'd obviously need to play the game, get footage and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, man, I think maybe more towards indie games. I think that's
So
probably
how did your RFVR stuff go down then? Because I mean, yeah, I'm a massive fan, so
of me.
yes, of course.
Nah, how did that go down? So I think it was on Twitter. One of them reached out to me. I think Chicken reached out to me saying,
Yeah.
"I'll try a game," and I was like, all right, give it a go." Then I was just chatting to him, and then I met him a couple of times, and I met OMFG in game, and yeah, that was. I mean, just kind of became friends, and then I was just like, one day I was like, you got this demo coming up. Like they've got a great trailer, but I think I said we need to have like an action kind of trailer.
Who made the
That
next
was
trailer though?
The one after that,
Yeah.
yeah, I made the early access one as well. So the first one was more action, and it's a free demo, and I think they've got quite a lot of people in the demo. And the latest one I did is more of, I call it like a story adventure, like an
Yeah.
adventure action adventure trailer.
Yeah.
And they're constantly adding to it. There's so much. There's an arena now. I'm going to be streaming it tomorrow actually with Vapor Games.
Oh right.
So
Okay.
we're gonna show
AppG.
the arena. Sorry,
AppG or APG? Yeah, AppG Games or
Vapor Games,
okay.
Vapor.
All right. Sorry.
Yes. So yeah, I'll be doing that tomorrow afternoon. We need to do a stream as well, Matt. Like I can't remember the last time you played it. It was on the giveaway early access, right? That was
Yeah, it was a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah, we should get back in, man. There's more dragons now. They're constantly updating the game. There's more relic rooms. I've done loads of tutorials on stuff like just from the basics all the way through to like relic rooms and just different aspects of the game. So I like doing that kind of stuff, man. It's good to help promote, like I said, like indie games.
Okay, so
yeah,
Paul,
right.
what? I know you said you've been playing a lot of Neos, but if you had time to play anything else, what would it be?
Recently, it's something I've got into a lot recently. And you don't see very many of them get coverage on VR. Is like visual novels, like Aldeus and
Oh
Beyond
right.
Kronos and things like that. I used to love playing them on flat screen. Like these are one of my favorite genres, like a decent one.
Okay.
So it's more like just
like novels that people read to you, or
so it's basically like the big ones. A lot of them are like 30 minutes long, and you pay like 20 odd quid for them. But you're basically just watching play out in front of you. But the first ones I mentioned, like Aldeus and Beyond Kronos, they're like animes that play in front of you, and you get like multiple choice, and it's like an old point and click game. You've got to find a set thing to click on in the world built around you for the dialogue to continue and things like that.
That's like sounds like an
I
old
guess it's
school
massive
sort of
into.
MMORPG. That that's crazy, right? I didn't know anything about that. Didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, so Beyond Chronos, I played that on. I played that on the. Was it the Quest? It might have been PSVR. It was one of them. It wasn't PC anyway. And I played it and got about 4 endings. Did my review, and a developer's messaged me saying, "Do you know there's another 5th ending you haven't found yet?" I was like, "No."
I had to go back again and play.
It's about, and then they actually sent me a flowchart to tell me what answers to pick on the things to get the ending.
Oh my!
I found I found each ending. I put in my review. There's 4 endings, and then they messaged me saying your review, like obviously sent me a review when it went live, and they saw it and said there's a 5th. I was like, "Is there?" I said I'll update the review where I mentioned the amount of endings, but I said I'll have to go on back and play it. And they're like, "Oh, use a flow chart of which answers to press to get that ending." I was like, "Okay."
That's like proper. That sounds like proper weenie stuff. That sounds like something that would obsess me. So we're gonna talk about. We have to talk about Pico Pro. We have to talk about the Lenovo. Because these things are happening. So I'm going to set the stage, right? Meta raised their price by $100. Apparently that turns out that it was your fault because the data they can sell by having the Facebook account linked to your Meta account, that was the $100 bonus. They've had to dump that because people have said, no, you can't do that. So now we have genuine Quest competition with the Pico 4 Pro. We have a Lenovo stepping into the market. It's very exciting. So VR Realm, how do you feel about other headsets? Because what headset do you use and why would you need to change?
And mainly, my main driver is the HTC Vive Pro I.
Okay. That's a niche headset, mind.
Yeah. Yeah. It was an expensive one, wasn't it? People were shocked.
Yeah. And with the eye tracking as well.
Which is one of those.
You're buying the full kit, which came with the base stations and the dreaded Vive ones. It's about 1,400 for the full kit.
How much?
400 quid more than
how much was your
Index full kit?
Yeah, how much was your Mindex, Surge?
It's 929.
Okay.
The Index is.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the whole kit. Yeah.
But no eye tracking.
No, that will be my next headset, which will be the PSVR 2, which I'm still waiting for a release date. But yeah, that's going to be pretty sick, man.
No Quest Pro?
Awesome headset. Come on, man. You know me. You know me, man.
He almost did like a sick thing there. So come on then, Paul. How do you feel about the Quest Pro? Come on, real thoughts.
I'll tell you without using words. But, give me a second. I've just got to find the right folder in here.
He's going to do some special effects.
That's this is how I feel about it.
Right, this
will wear off at some point.
This is Neos. This is Neos in full effect. You can do anything in Neos.
There we go. It's gone. It's well off. It's well off.
That's amazing.
I mean, I've got a Quest. I'm not like anti the headset or anything, but I think I mentioned one time in your chat, and you read the message out. Is like I'm interested to see. Obviously, someone who uses a Vive and they got wrecked for the price. I'm interested to see if people take that same view with obviously the Cambria, because really the Vive Pro got hammered in about its price, and the fact that it aimed at an enterprise when their user base at the time was consumer. And
Yeah.
Quest, this is going down the same route with the Cambria.
Yeah.
It's always been a consumer headset, and they've come out and said, no, this will be enterprise, and it's going to be expensive. So I
Yeah.
just want to see if I get the same hate of the community of HTC for doing it. And that's like what I'm really interested to see. But I'm not against it. I think it's good that they're pushing technology.
Yeah.
Like for someone who, like I said, who spent so long in here, facial tracking and eye tracking is like it makes social VR even better.
Yeah.
So if they want to bring that in, and obviously things implement it, like even if it's just VR chat, implement it properly, I think it'll increase the social aspect. But then again, like I said, you've got to expect people to pay the high price for it.
Yeah. So one of the things I wanted to point out here is that a lot of things that people don't understand is with the Quest Pro track controllers, they have cameras that can do AR and MR.
Yeah.
Because you are never occluded using the controllers. So it can track your feet and your knees and your hips and your chest. So you are getting, basically, if you buy a Quest Pro, you are getting the full Vive tracker experience with just the controllers. So you can go into Steam VR and you can set up your controllers and you can set your hips, your knees, your feet, and you are going to get the full live avatar mixed reality experience with something that costs £1,500. So if you bought a Valve Index, go back to that, £1,000, and you bought 3 Vive trackers, £300, £1,300 in total, you could do the same thing with the Quest Pro, apparently. So
From what they've shown, I just got to hope it works smoothly. I think it's one of the reasons I'm so on PC VR is the fact that when you've got base stations, the tracking is pinpoint.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
and that's what I've always like about PC VR is having this like with the Vive and things is you've got the tracking so pinpoint.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I agree with you totally. I had a Valve Index, I had Vive trackers, I did mixed reality in Pistol Whip and all that sort of stuff, and it was amazing. But it's expensive. So
yeah,
come on, Surge, defend the Murmur Index, defend it.
Well, you did say to me something the other day that you wish you never sold your Index.
Absolutely. I like buying the Pico Neo 3 Link was a fucking massive mistake. What a crock of shit, right? It is a crock of shit. So I am very, very much concerned that the Pico Neo 4 and the Pico Neo 4 Pro are going to be exactly the same as a Pico Neo 3 Link. And it's awkward to use and not user-friendly. I hate to slag my Pico Neo 3 Link off, but it's so disappointing. I said to Surge 2 weeks ago, I should not have sold my Index. I should not have sold my Index. I should not have got rid of my base stations. I should not get rid of my Vive trackers. I should not have bought the Pico Neo 3 Link. And there you go. I've said it live on the podcast. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, for you, it's been a right pair. Well, for everyone, I think but it's been a roller coaster, right? Because 1 minute it's shit, the next minute it's all right, and then it's like, oh, this has gone wrong with it, and I just don't think it's like they released it and they just didn't care.
Yeah,
it's just weird for them to do that.
They didn't understand. It's like they don't understand what makes a good headset. It's like they sort of thought, oh well, this is like a Quest 2. We'll just put it out there. It's not like a Quest 2 at all. Right, so standalone Pico Neo 3 standalone is as good as the Quest 2. That is without doubt, right? That is without doubt. PC VR wireless via the DisplayPort is rubbish. It's just amateur. It's like if you have a Quest 2 and you have virtual desktop, you put your headset on, you fire up virtual desktop, your Steam VR library is there, you say game, go, play, excellent. Pico Neo 3, you have to take your fucking headset off, you have to go to your PC, you have to press a button, you put your headset back on, there's a black screen, you have to wait, press a button, eventually it works, and then there's scaling issues. Now, even now, like 2 months later, there's scaling issues. It's fucking stupid. Why? Right. Sorry, I'm ranting.
Well, Weeble just said that you're getting your 35% discount off your next headset.
I'm not.
Oh,
I am not buying a Pico 4. I'm not buying a Pico 4. I'm going to go for Cambria. I'm going for a Quest Pro. I'm not going for Pico 4. No. Don't go for Pico 4. Yeah. No, it's not there. They don't understand. They don't have the UI. They don't have anything. It's almost as if they've like, oh, we'll just challenge the Quest 2 just by releasing a headset. It doesn't seem to be selling very well. Why is it? Is it because the UI doesn't work? Probably. Is it because all the fucking features like wireless and DP doesn't work? Yeah, probably. Is it because when you go into Steam VR, you turn out that you're like massive, but the scaling issue is a problem? Why? I don't understand. Why release a headset that doesn't... Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
sorry.
Don't get another one.
Yeah,
just
sorry, Paul. Paul's gone really quiet. He's like, why is he ranting?
His furry bumhole's gone really tight.
Sorry, guys. I was on one there.
Yeah.
No,
just
sorry.
Just fuck it off. And my next headset is the PSVR 2 and Decard. That's it. I'm not going anywhere.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to buy the Cambria, the Quest Pro. I'm probably going to get a PSVR 2, and if Decard ever comes out, whenever, I'm probably going to get one of those too. But Pico, don't go there. Don't go there. Sorry, guys.
I came close to buying a Pico and then just to try one, and then decided, I looked around. I saw your video about the issues you were having, and your first impressions of it. I know you said the standalone thing improved over time, but I was just I don't want to. I'm just not interested. And then I ended up spending the money I had to save for it on an Xbox when it was too hot to play VR.
Scream! Ban him! Right, banned. I'm gonna ban him. I'm gonna ban him now.
Before it came out, I asked Skeevo what his thoughts were because he's used everything. This is way before it came out in Europe and that. He just said you're better off with a Quest 2. That's basically what he said.
So Mike, right, I'm gonna say this right now. My experience with Pico has been bad. The standalone's okay. The standalone it's as good as Quest 2. They don't seem to understand that people who want to buy something that isn't a Meta Quest 2 are the people who want to get away from the Meta Quest 2 ecosystem. So they're going to be the guys who are going to play PC VR via display port or via virtual desktop. They haven't got it right at all. It's just a fucking mess. It's a fucking mess. I hate to say that. But like my Pico Neo 3 link is not being used because Quest 2 virtual desktop is a much better system than a Pico Neo 3 link via DisplayPort. Sorry.
What about Pico Neo 3 with desktop?
Sorry, was that a question?
What about Pico Neo 3 with virtual desktop?
Yeah, but it doesn't have it yet.
Yeah, but I mean that's in the works though, right? So
It is. So,
Yeah.
so Guy Godden said it's going to be August, late August or later.
Yeah.
So the thing about virtual desktop is you put your headset on, you press the button, you say virtual desktop, and then it connects. The problem with Pico is that you have to connect to your computer, open the app, put your headset on, press the button, open the app, take your headset off, click yes on the PC, put your headset back on. So if they brought virtual desktop out on the Pico Neo, I think that would be better, but there are other problems with the Pico Neo 3. And that's what puts me off the Pico Neo 4 and the Pico Neo 4 Pro. They haven't quite got it.
Yeah, I mean that Lenovo headset. I think they're fully announcing it this week, like properly. But it says 4K real RGB display.
Yeah.
Snapdragon 2, and it's $371 apparently. There's not much details, but they're going to announce more this week. I think that's what the deal is with that one. But yeah,
So I've got the feeling these are coming in
too late
because the next
Yes!
generation of the meta stuff's coming out soon. So it seems like they're entering it a bit too late, or entering at a low level where they should be maybe holding off and trying to challenge the next one rather than challenge the current one that's going to be outdated.
So, like speaking to you, Paul, like it's important for you to have facial tracking, eye tracking on your avatar.
Yeah.
So if that was so that is built into Quest Pro because of the controllers, because they have the 3 cameras. It has full body tracking, face tracking, eye tracking, and like foveated rendering. I know we've gone on about this on the channel, but that is the thing that's going to change everything. But if it also has full mixed reality body tracking as well, that's a game changer, really, isn't it?
I think it'll be a game changer in social VR, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is why I got into like the Vive trackers and stuff. I mean, like I said, I came in to try the facial tracker because I'd pre-ordered it, and then that led to me buying body trackers. That led to me buying a Pro Eye because I was like, I need everything.
All you need now is like the sex toy that you attach to your willy.
Like, I've got to be haptic vest. I won that in a giveaway before, so
nice.
That's fully supported in Neos. So, like the needle that you're given, if you shoot me with that, I'd feel where it was hitting me in the precise spots and stuff. So
if we shoot you in the cock, are you just gonna go? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo?
No, I won't feel that one. Too small.
Can you show everyone your special camel toe? Cool.
Surge, we said no camel toes.
You got to see it, Mac. It's hilarious.
I know. It's crazy. So I my recent video talked about like sex in virtual reality, and obviously you have haptic vests, we have haptic feedback gun stocks. So talk about Neos. Could you see this is a bit of a sort of a link. So in Neos, like as well as VR chat, could you see like a haptic vests and sex related Bluetooth devices being used in virtual reality like Neos or VR chat
I think with the thing with Neos is anything's possible.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, it is moderate to a point. If someone sees something that's completely wrong, they will raise it and on the Discord to the moderators and stuff. But it's like there's nothing there to moderate it.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing. So, I mean,
Well,
we do have this folder in Neos.
OnlyFans. Yes. Right. Downloading now. Downloading now.
But the only problem is this is what they are. They're OnlyFans.
Black and Decker. That's
So
genius.
this is what's in. So this is a not safe for work folder, and that's all it's got in is fans. You can have one for your roof. You can have a PC fan. It's up to
Okay.
you.
I never realised you were so weird.
But then like, with Facebook Horizons, they've got someone standing there, haven't they, watching everything you do.
Oh, we talked about this. Yeah, we talked about this.
So this is, I'll just go in long view. This is the funniest thing. There's like I don't know how it's showing on the actual screen.
Yeah, it is. That's a
An
big
eggplant.
yes.
Yeah.
Zucchini. No! Don't make the stuff come out of the zucchini. That's odd. That's weird.
That's the weirdest thing I've got.
Right, so no, actually, in my latest video, which is just published today, I did talk about community guides in Horizons, and how they kind of stand behind you and make sure that you're not doing anything inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
So the guides were saying that all they're basically doing is dealing with like prepubescent teenagers who just want to throw boomerangs at each other. And then when real people actually ask them questions, they're so pissed off that they can't. Serge knows exactly what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah, I've got some friends who they wanted to just spend the day trolling those people, the actual
The community guides.
wardens or whatever. Yeah. And I said I haven't got a quest here, otherwise it would be something hilarious, man. It'd be so funny.
But
Yeah, it's just weird.
these guys are saying this. These community guides are saying that the worst job in the world is to be a Horizon like community guide, because they basically got either got kids screaming in their face or a load of old people like me, like, oh, how do I do this? So that is now the worst job in the world, isn't it?
Yeah,
This is what's mad. You're saying like they're getting annoyed at people asking what to do, and it's like that's your job. Like the people who are gonna jump in and out with Neos, they don't work for Neos. They just want to help you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And they're complaining they have to help, and you're getting paid to do that.
I know, it's
Neos
crazy.
is light years ahead, mate.
It
Neos
is.
just forget Horizons and all that stuff. Neos is so far ahead of them. It's mental.
My experience of Neos is the fact that like I spent most of my time with Surge, and then one time we jumped into that world, there was a guy there, and we were like, "Oh, can you help us?" And he was like, "Yep, no problem." It was just wonderful. I love Neos. Oh God, I just remember chasing around as a tube of toothpaste. It's one of the best things I've ever done.
Yeah, it's just next level. And Paul's got so many cool toys and stuff. Like he just pulls out. It's, every time I meet him, it's something new. So just infinite. It's infinite. Neos is literally infinite.
Right, what do we want to talk about next then on the podcast? Because we've done that, we've done that, we've done that. Anybody want to talk about anything else?
A couple more games. You got Altair Breaker. You
Yeah.
got a new Nerf trailer. Nerf's out in 10 days. You seen
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I'm in the beta. I have a slot.
Oh, nice.
I completely forgot the book on me, and I'd missed my opportunity.
Yeah, I have a slot. I can't remember when it was because I signed up and they were like, "Oh, your slot is now," and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And then promptly forgot when my slot was. So I've got no idea when my slot is. So yeah, it looks good though. It looks good fun. But I'm stupid and I've probably missed my opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, it's out in 10 days anyway. So
Yeah.
what do you reckon? 15 quid or something it'll be?
I'm worried that because it's a franchise, it'll be 2025, I think. Because it's
Okay.
a franchise.
Yeah. And there's going to be DLC. And there's going to be paid for content.
Yeah, I'll probably give it a miss, to be honest.
It doesn't. Yeah.
It's not really. It doesn't do. It's just another shooter, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, I think so. Right. So sorry about that, Nerf. Right. We've talked about Walkover. We talked about Neos.
Yeah. So we talked about headsets, and there's. Let me find it. Where is it? Just here.
Welcome to the Dementia Podcast, featuring Mac in VR, who can't remember his own name, and Surjical, who's suffering from long COVID.
There's, that's pretty much. I mean, Red Matter 2 is going to be out really soon, so you're going to have content on that. That's going to be a live stream you're doing as well, isn't it, on Thursday, Max?
It is, yeah. It's. I can't talk about it, but it's really good.
Yeah, because I asked you. Do you remember I asked you? We were going to do contractors or something.
Yeah.
And then I saw your live stream for Thursday. Then that kind of gave me.
Yeah, sorry. We were going to do contractors Call of Duty stuff, and then I realised that that's when Red Matter released. So, Friday instead.
So is Red Matter releasing across all the headsets at the same time? Like PC?
PC VR
Right.
Quest 2 on the 18th of August. Wow. That's all I can say. I'm under embargo. I honestly can't say anything that is controversial or like but honestly, I have never been blown away by a Quest 2 game until I've played this game. It is wow. It looks great. It plays great. It's just great. So fuck. I've just blown my embargo. Fuck. Go.
No, not really.
So a question around embargo. I've ever had like such a weird specific embargo. Like I got one of like in the review you can't talk past chapter 4. You can't mention anything after. I was like, what?
Yeah. I'm allowed to talk about the first chapter because that has already been revealed by other YouTubers. But I can't do anything else other than that. But there's like things that happen later on in the game where you literally in your Quest headset, like wow, like fucking wow, like ray tracing, wow, like sort of reflections, crazy, and you think like this is a pre-planned reflection, and then you walk in front of it and you think, oh, actually, it's not a pre-planned reflection because I'm in the way, and it's like it can see your feet and your hands. I don't know how they've done it. I really don't know how they've done it. I'm
going to go buy a Quest 2 now. You've sold it to me.
Yeah. No, you don't need to because you can buy it on PC VR. You know you want it.
Yeah, to be honest, mate,
want a Quest 2.
if I watch your stream, a Quest 2 for the fucking simplicity of games like that have just come out for the controller binding. I might just get Quest 2 controllers just to make it easier because it's a pain in the ass when the game comes out and it's not got index full support and you're trying to do content on it. But yeah, the Quest 2 was it's gone up as well, isn't it?
Crazy thing is, the Valve Index is the second best selling headset in VR.
Yeah. Yeah, I know people that still buy them now. Like, Paul, have you got an index? You have, haven't you? You've got everything.
Yeah,
right?
I've got an index.
Yeah, but you use your iPro because of the obviously you spend all your time in Neos.
Yeah. Sometimes when I am playing other games, I put the index on just for the quality of the audio.
You play other games?
Yeah. Yeah, I bought I bought a Pimax for sim racing, and I thought maybe VR would be the time for me to get into sim racing, and never ever got into sim racing. Tried it and just couldn't get into it.
Mac, were you not going to do sim racing stream with Louverture?
I was, yes. But what I want to talk about is walkover with VR Realm, because you did a video, didn't you, just recently, right? So this is my experience. The treadmill thing worked really well, but it did not work with Live. So yeah. So your review was the treadmill and Neos, I think, or
Neos VR chat
and VR chat. Yeah, right. Yeah. I couldn't get it to work with Live, which is my main sort of avatar thing. So, how do you feel about that?
I don't know which side it's on. Just seems odd that, because I tried all sorts to get it work with Live, because obviously the Pico was the Vive trackers. So then I went into manage trackers in Steam VR and changed them all to which ones are working, and that might fix it because the associated to a part of your body in Steam, and it just doesn't work. Had
the same problem.
I raised it with Vattenball Body. He was like head of Avatar and all that implementation in Live. And she was going to take it away. I don't know if she was going to try and contact them and get one so they could actually look at it properly. I don't know. But she said you'll have to take it away and have a look at it. Because in my head I thought it'll translate directly because they picked up with Vive trackers.
Yeah. So, like, for me, the fact that you can have walkover VR trackers, £249 for 5 trackers, and it gives you full body tracking, that sounds amazing. Yeah. But it doesn't work with Live. And that's my main sort of avatar stuff. So, I mean, I've been in touch with Werther. I've been in touch with you, obviously, as well. And been in touch with So Coach. So, is this a software problem, or is it like a this isn't going to work problem?
I'm hoping it's just a software problem somewhere. I'm hoping. Yeah. Like I said, I've got my Vive trackers. I've got like waist and feet, but it's always good to have more trackers. I got them work. Like I said, I got them working in Neos. It took me a bit of a messing about.
Yeah.
The main issue was I found out I needed Bluetooth. Well, it said 4.2 to 5, but I just bought a 5 adapter. That was my first main issue. I did mention that. I did mention in my review.
Yeah, the Bluetooth has to be right next to where you are as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mentioned my review is one of the things I thought was weird, that if it's going to require something like that, I know it says all over the website to not include. It's not like they don't let you know, but I was like, it seems like a weird thing to not include when it needs 5.0 to be optimal. Like, it's just odd they don't put one in there. Like the haptics needed a 4.0, but you got a 4.0 in there in the box with it.
Yeah,
didn't expect it to. But I didn't mind buying one. You get them for cheap enough around if you look around. And it worked fine. Well, to be fair, I find I'll probably use the locomotion more in big games. I don't think I'd ever use it in anything which is competitive, because I think you'd be at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a lot quicker using analogs.
Yeah.
Well, things like I went to, because someone was saying you're having issues on the Discord, I tried Fallout 4, and I can imagine me playing through that again, but with that, because it just felt weird, like walking on the spot and actually walking around that surrounding, like the Fallout world.
Yeah, it's like for me, it was the locomotion worked really well. The mocap I couldn't get it to work for Live, which is like my main way of playing mocap. So yeah, I'm kind of sort of I'm talking to Weather at the moment to try and figure out what's going on, but yeah, like at the moment I'm kind of on the fence about how it's. I don't want to be negative because the locomotion works really well, but the mocap stuff needs to be anyway. Right,
yeah, I found it didn't work in Chill Out VR, but I don't know whether that's just I had to go into Unity and change my avatar to their avatar format.
Yeah.
Use, and then I also had to and I found out after doing some research, it picks up for the foot part, it picks up the very last bone on your model, and my very last bone on model is like the end bone in the toe. So I don't know whether it's just that's causing it because it's not picking up as a foot, like it reckons the foot tracker's on my toe. I don't know. It just seems like my legs are all crossed over and all sorts of it worked okay and everything else. Well, apart from Live, but
yeah, that's the problem I had. When actually contacted me because I was like, my feet are switched. He's like, have you got the trackers upside down? It's like, no, I haven't. My feet are just switched. But I'm sure it gets sorted. So
I'm sure that they keep doing what I've read around as well. They keep doing updates.
Yeah.
To the software for the mocap stuff. So I can imagine it'll get better. I don't think it's been doing that side of it for that long.
But the thing is that the basic like sort of virtual reality treadmill stuff works really well. So I don't understand why the mocap stuff doesn't work. So that's the problem I have.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. So Surge, have you got anything else you want to talk about?
No, mate. Just I think we've covered everything, to be honest. And so who's doing what content this next week or so? What you got planned, Paul? You got anything coming out?
Paul, what you got?
Nothing planned. I'll drag myself out. I'm probably gonna
gathering dust.
We're dragging myself out of a Neos party. That'd be good. But I'll drag myself out of Neos maybe. And I will probably try Red Matter. To be fair, I'll probably end up on that. Before then, I'll probably have to play the last little bit I've got the first one to do.
Right, Serge, what are you doing?
Tomorrow I'm doing multiplayer of VR. Clearance just said they fixed the pause menu
on sale,
so you can resume. But I'll still have the issue where it's pausing. But at least I can get out of it. So I'll have to check that out. Then I might do sale on Wednesday.
Okay.
Or, podcast will be out on Sunday at 4 p.m. And so it'll just be at the moment some live streams, podcasts, and maybe a couple of videos here and there.
Sweet. I am being interviewed by your Brazilian guy on Wednesday.
Yep.
So need to look out for that. I've got a video out today, tomorrow, and we're going to do the Red Matter live stream on Thursday, plus the review. So we've got that.
So will the review be 6 p.m. and the live stream at 7?
The review will be 6 p.m. and the live stream will be 7 p.m. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. So, what would you like to say? Because you're going to turn this virtual reality podcast up on its head. Paul, what would you like to say? To say goodbye? He's going to pull some bubbles out!
Bubbles!
We can't do bubbles! I can't do bubbles.
Party poppers. Turn it upside down. If you just pick your monitor up and turn it upside down, it'll be upside down.
Surjical.
Yeah, so you can find me or just you can find me on my YouTube Surgical Gaming, Twitch Surgical Gaming, and you can find me on Twitter Surgical Gaming. And Paul, where can we find you, mate?
Here on the VR realm.
Neos.
Yeah. VR realm on here on YouTube, VR realm on Twitter, vrrealm.com. I also do my reviews in written format as well on there.
Yeah. Check out his website, guys.
I want to read stuff.
Good website.
And that's it. Only 3 places I
Good
hang
night.
about.
God bless, and welcome to the Virtualy Rek't podcast. Thank you very much.
Cheers, guys. See ya.
See you later.